it here, Kiz? I don't believe so. I think we're going to have a 2-0 day, but, you know, I'm hoping for 3.
It's a hard one. I do hope that they set up Lou for success because, so I think Somnus definitely has the potential to carry the early game, but Slark needs to be your mid to late game, like, win condition. And I think if you're just starting, like, maybe I'm a bit too adamant on them potentially starting top as a tri lane, but I really feel like you need to be considering this idea because otherwise I just see JT being on the top of the network at like minute 5 and Lou struggling. As they go
something
late
very
smoke.
intriguing. Yeah, I was about to say that.
Yeah,
they walked up normally and only now they smoke. They're going for the full wrap here. Who's leading the charge? It's Kaka with the Earth Spike. Who does he find? He comes across the Wind Ranger. FY. Dude, honestly, I don't even mind this. We still won. We forced Wind Ranger to go Wind Run level 1. I'm happy.
Yeah, this is probably pretty chill. I don't mind it at all.
Can they get more out of this is the question. Kaka still has the Earth Spike, so there's no way that they dare to approach her. On the side of Azure Ray, they know that there's an Earth Spike. It stands up to DY. Hasn't actually grabbed the bounce. It only now goes for it, but DY is falling very low. He pops the Fairy Fire, and they end up getting the first blood on to Paparazzi. Chalice claiming that first blood. They should be able to bring down DY here, as Chalice gets a double kill with the Wild Axes. All right, Xtreme Gaming. They forced that fight, but they hung around en masse with multiple heroes. It didn't seem like they just wanted the bounty kills. They wanted to scrap, and that scrap does not go favorably for them.
Oh, are we back in business?
We are back in business. It looked like my TeamSpeak died, but my VMix is still working. But we're good.
I missed a cheeky double kill for Chalice, or what happened?
Yeah, so Chalice got the double kill while they were fighting for the bounty rune in the river. They killed Paparazzi middle, and they also managed to bring down Kaka. So free gold, lots of free. Oh, they brought down a DY, so Kaka left. Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is a good start. Your Beastmaster gets a double kill. We'll have to see what build he goes for. I feel like Beastmaster has like 2 builds nowadays, as they were looking for an aggressive play up top, but they're not quite going to get it. You have, I guess you have 3 builds maybe. I feel like you have some Arcane Boots into Aghanims, which I don't think is the build this game. Or you go the Dominator, like the classic one. But I've also seen people toy around with some auras. Like you go some Vanguard, Arcane Boots into like some Crimson, Pipe, Solar Crest. I think stuff like that could be pretty good as well with your Slark this game.
Top lane Slark himself is about to die, actually. He needs an angle for a pounce. He will be able to find it. Getting back to safety. And it's funny that you mentioned this auras, because this is the region where we started to see Zeal in particular just rushing the GG boots every single game from the off lane on the Beastmaster.
Oh, GG boots, interesting. Yeah, I could see that too. I don't know if I like it as much as the others, but I'm definitely a fan of like seeing different item builds. You know, like when it has, there's always games to do something. And maybe you're playing like into some mana burn, or you have a storm mate who can really use your Guardian Greaves. And yeah, I'm just always a big fan of seeing innovative stuff.
Right now, the innovation not necessary just yet. You're just free farming. In the mid lane, this is where the win condition needs to come from for Xtreme Gaming. Or for the Azure Ray, rather. Xtreme Gaming already lost Paparazzi earlier.
I look at the logos and it's like, what? Is the same team as, like, they cloned themselves and they're playing against each other, or what?
So right now, Somnus has the CS advantage. I don't think this changes anytime soon with the Timbersaw into Kunkka. Is there any counterplay available for Paparazzi? Can anybody come in to help him make this lane easier?
It depends a lot on how low HP Somnus will be. Right now, Paparazzi is doing a pretty decent job at keeping him, like, you know, at around half HP. So if they ever see a play, like if Somnus stays around this HP, there's definitely some X mark into Torrent play where either of the supports can TP, but it is simply about the HP of Somnus. Like if he stays above half HP, I think there are 0 plays in mid.
So far, he still has a decent pot of health for himself down bottom. Chalice, our beneficiary of the double kills earlier. Man, hasn't been having the easiest laning phase, of course. we did anticipate somewhat that Beastmaster is going to struggle in the lane against the Medusa. And that has borne out here, Kizu. He only has 9 CS to his name.
Yeah.
Medusa has 17.
I just watched him miss 2 free CS, so that wasn't ideal. I like that he's going for Vanguard, though. It's going to mean that Medusa is basically not going to deal any damage. Lu up top, though.
Top lane. They're trying to bring down the Slug. The Pounce, though, will ensure that the Magnus can't keep the chase going. Kaka is the one that's falling a bit low, but he does have 13 1 charges. So should not end up dead in this situation. Lu has done surprisingly good here, if I'm honest.
Yeah, his CS is definitely way up there. I do think for XG though, they have a lot of, like these, when you are ramping up these stick charges, it means that every next engagement is going to be that much more deadly for the enemy team because they have a healing Lotus, like 2 heroes with 10 charges, so they can play really aggressive. The only problem for Slark is that, like, you have to trade region all the time, whereas JT, he has a Ring of Health, you know, he's kind of chilling as they're going to go again. Good skewer.
Well, they decide that Lu is a bit too difficult to customer, so let's just go on the easier target. Find Tianming, take out this Crystal Maiden, get some free gold for ourselves. So JT, I don't even think he needs to finish Vanguard this game. If I'm him, you just go straight for the Echo Saber now. It just feels so good.
I've seen this more as well in the pubs that I've played, where you just go for like some early treads. It gives you so much damage, and then you go into the Echo Saber. Like, you just go Vanguard when you really need it, but it feels like he has 20 HP region with a running Tango. Like, I don't think you need a Vanguard when you're already winning your lane. So I totally agree with you.
They need to do something though on the side of Azure Ray to recover the situation. Top lane, they are maybe going on to Kaka, but Kaka's fine. Earth Spike, back onto Lu. Lu actually gets skewered back in the other direction. Tianming does find Frostbite onto Kaka, but at the same time, here comes the damage from DY. He came in from the Twin Gate to ensure they find the kill onto the Slog. They're going to lead that into a double, bringing down Tianming as well. So DY, what a time to be alive. You were talking earlier about the aspect of these Twin Gates making the map so much easier for supports, but also makes the map easier for cores as they assists can come in from these supports to make sure the safe laner does go down.
It does. That's a really cool move. I love that DY like came up here. The wave was super pushed in for Azure Ray, so there was a high chance you're gonna get this play like going. And your Medusa bottom, like I touched on it earlier, a Beastmaster he deals no damage to Medusa. It's actually, it's ridiculous. And sure, he has Vanguard, which means the Medusa doesn't touch her, nor does Lich. But that means you're absolutely doing the right move by just, you know, GTFOing out of that lane, going up top and pressuring the Slark.
More space for Dusa, more experience, some free farm. Now you can just play the map as you want, some XG. Already their laning setup allowing them to play the game in this fashion. That being said though, not all sunshine and roses as top lane. Lu shouldn't die here, should be fine. Look at the mid lane though. Somnus is so farm. 50 CS, 7 minutes in. He's huge.
Yeah, he's basically full free farm, which I'm not too surprised of. Maybe the discrepancy is the right word of net worth is maybe a little too much of 1300, but yeah, I think Somnus is just chatting it up this game, and they need this from him.
He cannot have a bad game. He needs to have one of those excellent ones. Top lane though, JT and the boys, they can trigger the RP out onto Lu. Lu getting skewered back. Do they have the damage? Indeed they do. DY getting the cleanup at the very end there. Massive kill, and they might be able to turn this into a second. As Tianming in danger as well. Nice little shackle shot from FY. Potentially setting up for Somnus, but very good realization to realize to get the hell out on the Magnus. Kaka doesn't have that same option. But drawing in a full rotation from Somnus with such a long TP and only getting a support, we'll take it any day of the week as XG.
For XG, once again, their early game movement is superb. I actually think it's like perfect. Keeping the Medusa bottom on her own is great. You can't make any moves mid, so that falls flat too. So you bring your Lich top again. It was a perfectly executed kill on the Slark. You force all these rotations. And now Paparazzi, you know, he got a little bit of breathing room in the mid lane. Like, even if it's just like one wave, he would not have gotten that wave if Somnus is just standing there and continue to using his spells on him. As now he's gonna die to a quick smoke. But they're also smoking down bottom themselves on Chalice, who I think
that was a smoke that
about
only
to
got
die.
Lich. Oh, he is super. Oof. Chalice, my friend, I hope you've got your Lost Will and Testament ready. Kaka only got pushed back by the Primal Roar. Sadly, didn't get stunned up himself. So they should be able to find this kill. He's dead, dude. He's so dead. Both
I was
gonna bring him
hoping a
down.
bit too hard. It's like, oh, maybe no.
None of it is. I think it's because you play Beastmaster, so you're like, I've been in this situation.
Yeah.
I can survive, boys. And then, oh,
Yeah,
no,
you know, you
I'm
roar
just
for the
dead.
attack speed. You get lucky on a little bit of how you push some dude back. As there's a lot of stacks. Hello.
Yeah, they're actually gonna kill Tianming and then maybe steal the stack here, Kezu.
They
This is a lot of heroes, and they can take this.
Yeah, they
Magnus should. Can Magnus come?
They can look at the hard camp, but Somnus is also moving over. So it's going to be some
Okay.
50-50 maybe? No, Somnus will just... Okay, DY.
Somnus wants the kill onto this Lich. DY will not get connected onto with the power shot. That might have brought him down. At the same time, Paparazzi, nice X back onto Somnus, preventing the Timber Chain, but he might still die on this Kunkka. There is no Stone Gaze on the Medusa, but they don't know that on the side of Azure, so they can't necessarily keep the chase going. The more important thing, though, is that they will clean up these stacks. It was a dangerous moment.
Yeah.
These were very close to being stolen away.
That was a really, really nice X mark, I think, from Paparazzi, saving himself there against the Timber. As now, the map state is a little strange, I think, for Azure Ray moving forward. So your Beast is going to take the stacks, I guess. But you're going to have zero pressure in the top lane. I feel like you would love to have a core sitting in this top lane, because Somnus is going to apply so much pressure that I would like two cores to be in the other two lanes to really like make use of the space that Somnus is going to make for you. But let's see. He's just getting himself another free kill.
No. Somnus is going to create space by just killing every enemy hero where possible. Just finished off the Kaya. What build are we anticipating from Somnus in this game? Are we going the new Dagon build I've been seeing for more of these mid-timbers?
Let's see. So here's Kaya, he has a Cloak queued up. I assume it might be like some Kaya Sanj into maybe Ags or Shivas, and then maybe you split it as JT up top. That's
Getting a
huge
grip
kill
onto
if
by
they can
these
get it.
supports. If they can get it is the big question, and they do eventually. Somnus required to present his efforts for this one to happen. This Magnus was surprisingly tanky. He was standing there just soaking up the freezing field, soaking up the full ultimate from FY. Wasn't really going down on HP. High Q without Somnus showing up, he would have lived.
Okay, maybe I think I was wrong about the map split. What Azure Ray are doing is actually pretty good, where Chalice took the triangle, you have Slark bottom, and if Windranger is actually sitting top, it allows for your team to actually TP there and get kills. Because then you just have to shackle into the Timber TP, which just netted them a kill. So yeah, that was actually very good. As now they're smoking to mid. That's another kill.
Yeah, they want Paparazzi, and they should be able to find him. Brought down by the Chakram. DUI with the Sinister Gaze, tried to run interference. He won't be able to keep his hero alive. And Kaka, all he can do is show up and be an additional treat to Azure Ray as they secure themselves the double kill. Okay.
Ooh, they're gonna
So
have...
Somnus,
they're gonna have Timber problems. And I do like Chalice's item build. He's going for the Crimson Guard. It's gonna be really good against mid. It's gonna be good against all three cores. Then suddenly all Radiant have is magic damage against Beast and Timber, who are high HP. That's JT. What are we looking for here? Just defending the tower.
Let's
Okay.
see.
Nope.
They're thinking
an
about
FY
skewering
kill.
back the Windranger. Yeah, just get a free FY kill. One thing I also love about them shifting Windranger into a support is that it diminishes the capacity for them to buy Crimson Guard for Xtreme Gaming. Like, Crimson doesn't feel that great for them. It's okay. Oh no, JT! He was pump faking the RP to make sure Somnus doesn't Timber Chain away, but when he eventually uses it, he pump faked himself, Kezu. Used it for nothing.
Sometimes you're having a little too much fun. Honestly, I could see it coming. Like, I had it played out in my head already. Yes, Somnus. Chain Frost.
He's fine, dude. He's fine, dude. He's completely fine.
He's fine.
Like, Somnus will not die here. He's okay.
Lou?
And now they might actually turn the fight because Lou has shown up. Lou is not necessarily as lucky though. Somnus has now dove into the fight. He's very far forward. He might actually die here. Oh no, Lou debated them too deep. Lou though gets skewered back towards the tier 2, but he's inside the Shadow Dance, so no damage coming in just yet. Will eventually finish. Sinister Gaze onto him. Lou, can he get himself out of this fight? One more tower, it might kill him. 30 HP, he stays alive. Stone Gaze though prevents the rest of Azure Ray from chasing further forward. And now they want Chalice. Xtreme Gaming. They see this Beast Monster in front of them. Sinister Gaze up again in 7 seconds. Can Chalice get out of here? No, he can't, but nor can DY. Gets brought down by the power shot. And here comes Tianming. The Frostbite into a freezing field. They want to maybe threaten this Medusa. She's losing a lot of her mana shield. Paparazzi shows up with the boat, throws it in to help kill off this Crystal Maiden. Coco Rum did not connect onto the Medusa, but all she wants to do is retreat. Somnus diving further forward, looking for this Kunkka, but does get axed back towards the tier 1 tower. And they almost lost Chalice to the Mystic Snake. 180 HP is all that separated him from death. And although so many heroes come close to dying here, Kezu, it ends up being a very marginal affair at the very end of things. And Kaka, all right, man, might as well just throw yourself into the meat grinder again and die once more to Somnus.
Hey, these games are at least pretty entertaining. Like, there's so much shit going on. It's just non-stop fighting. Both teams are just being like every hero. I do think for Azure Ray, if they're trading right now, they should not be too happy, I think, because they have like, you basically have an unkillable Timbersaw in a Crimson Guard. Like, you really want to continue to push the game forward. But the good thing for them is that Lu is recovering very nicely. He's now above JT. He's getting closer to his Diffusal Blade. And FY just finished his. So yeah, they're actually going to be really annoying with this double Diffusal Blade.
They have an idea against the Medusa here, Kezu. They've got some plans. It would be so funny if after talking so much trash about Wind Ranger, she's the reason they beat Medusa. That'd be the best thing.
He's definitely going to help. Like, for now, I still think Somnus is in such an incredible position. As Lich, not so much incredible positioning. Or maybe big bait.
Chain Frost.
Nah.
Bouncing around. It's not gonna. Oh no! Somnus almost bounced back towards Chalice. The shockwave does get dodged, and JT, he got baited into it. He was trying to kill him off. Here comes the boat with the X marks, though. This time they do manage to get the kill onto the Beastmaster. Somnus really wants JT. JT completely out of mana in the midst of this fight. And look who's left behind, though. It's Paparazzi. After they zone JT back, nobody's here to help the Kunkka. He gets slowed in. Nice little Earth Spike preventing the little pounce coming in from the slog. So Kaka keeps this fight alive for his team, but they're not done just yet. You're right, kids. So these fights never end in this game. They really, really want this Kunkka, and they are gonna find him. Somnus gets the double kill on the Timbersaw. Lu gets a permanent Agi stack as a result, and Azure Ray have the gold lead, and all of a sudden they have the advantage in this game.
This Somnus Timber is too much right now. I don't think they can deal with this hero for like the next, maybe even like 15 minutes, like no cap with their heroes, unless Somnus like chains into 5 heroes and like leaves the stage for a moment. I don't think he's dying.
I mean, let's see. He is now level 12. A ton of net worth in his pocket. He's #1 on the map. Has a faded brooch. Building into Aghanim Scepter. All good stuff that you want to see from your Timber. And bottom, JT could be in a bit of danger here if he gets scouted. They saw him. They see him. But they don't want to chase him. They don't know who's behind him.
So he's going for the... Yeah, I understand the Harpoon build, but... So I personally feel that going Harpoon is really good when you're ahead, and it's really hard to make work when you're behind. Like, I would very likely prefer him to like go for a Blink build, because I think eventually if Azure Ray goes 5 and like they just kite you out, you're gonna eventually lose as Ghost.
No way Ghost dies here, right?
Okay,
surely.
Stone Gaze.
He got off the Stone Gaze. RP. Oh no, got cancelled out. JT can't trigger off the spell. Freezing Field will be there. And that allows them to kill off Ghost.
Good stun.
The Ghost ship will crash down onto the Slog. Slog pouncing away. They still can't get off the RP. JT dies now. Granting a mega kill streak for Somnus. 3 heroes have fallen. Now they're chasing for more. Kaka trying to just skirt himself away. He will be able to survive this. But the massive miss on the RP yet again. They can't get off that spell, Kezu, and we lose Medusa because of it this time.
And we're losing like 2 double or triple stacks as well. So they're gonna be down like 7k gold, maybe 8k gold, and you're seeing JT and Paparazzi are both struggling. Paparazzi, I think rightfully so with this matchup so far. But yeah, JT's Mag having a very hard time in this game.
Not having as much, and it started early, right? It's not like it's only began here in this mid game, but even in the laning phase, wasn't the easiest Magnus game that we were expecting him to have up against a Slog. He's been struggling for quite some time, and the struggles do continue. At the very least, he was listening. He did swap to Blink Dagger, did the right thing.
I think it's the right choice. Like when you're down this much, they're gonna need something. Like you need to skewer someone in or get an RP into a Stone Gaze or RP Torrent, you know, like some of these combos. Like if you have to harpoon skewer, like you're not playing against passive bots, right? They're gonna like roar you, you get shackled, or something happens. You need to give yourself a couple more options.
One thing I'm worried about on the side of Xtreme Gaming right now, given how the game is going, is the fact that Kaka is going to be very delayed on this Blink Dagger. He does get a nice little Tumbler's Toy into the Hex. They're going onto Lu. Can they find the damage? The Ghost Ship crashes onto him, but they don't have the damage, Kezu. He gets off the Shadow Dance. He's still alive. They're turning their attention back onto Kaka instead. They bring down the Lion. Stone Gaze did come out from the Medusa, but will she be able to escape this fight is the question. Paparazzi forced into popping the BKB. JT not going to be so lucky as he gets held in position. Needs to try and run the hell away. Somnus though right on top of him. Frostbite holds him in two, and Lu will clean him up. Getting some additional agi, getting another kill for his team, and making the game even more difficult for Xtreme Gaming.
It's actually impossible for them to press RP, I think. You are not strong enough. The problem is, like, when this Timber runs at you, you have no option but to run away. And usually when your only option is to run away, it just means you're not strong enough to fight. So Xtreme... I mean, they tried to kill Lu, right? That's how that whole thing started. But then there's Crimson Guard. They barely miss out on the kill. But I think from right now, they need to split up the game a bit and wait until Azure Ray, like, contests some high ground area, I think, against Blink Skewer. You don't have another choice right now.
Well, they might be forced into fighting sooner than they would hope, though, because they just picked up an Aghanim Scepter on Timber. And Somnus really wants to reveal the fruits of his labor on the map. Looks like DY will be the one that's going to be the beneficiary of Somnus's largesse. And Somnus shows off a little bit. Says, look at my damage, gets the kill. 10k net worth lead right now. And you said that if this Timber Soul pops off, they can have a really good game. And this is even more than popping off, Kezu. He's dominating everything, honestly.
Yeah, this is the Somnus show right now. This is definitely more than a standard pop-off. As he, once again, like the cores that are doing well, they're everywhere. Like he just goes there, they all have to run away. Nice try on the Shackle.
Tried his best. Kaka still does find a 2-hero angle.
Guys, don't try to kill him.
Sadly,
like, this guy is unkillable. Also, whenever I play against this Timber Axe, don't you feel like I feel like Alchemist is about to stun me? You know, with the timer running down. Like the first time I saw it, I was like, what's about to happen? Am I about to die when this explodes? Like, now I'm slowly starting to get it, but it's still a very funny interaction, I think.
If you get it in a game like this where things are going super well for you, it makes you feel even more unkillable. Not just in terms of your reactive armor, but now you feel like you're unkillable, and just by surviving, you have damage threat as well.
Yep, absolutely.
Even if they change disable.
Timber just deals so much damage by nature if he just stays alive. His spells are so low cooldown, and he shouldn't just feel unkillable. I think he is unkillable. Like if he gets skewered into the tier 4s, they're gonna win the fight. They're gonna come in with some Crimson Guard. Because if you press that button, you just get full reactive armor stacks, and you constantly, like, your shield keeps going higher. So, yeah, we've got a couple of problems. We now have a Gale Force. Very cool spell. Should be pretty annoying against Medusa, actually. Very, like, slow hero around the map, or, like, in the fights. So not too bad. FY actually making Windranger look not garbage.
Yeah. Is this Seb playing? Is Seb on his keys right now?
No, check the stage. I mean, if I remember correctly from the player cams, FY didn't look like he was on stage. So maybe it's a fake cam that pre-recorded him at home, and it's Seb playing.
There we go. It's actually Seb who's there on man right now, playing this Windranger, making it look decent. And he's about to pick up BKB as well. Once he gets this, they're going to have BKB on a support. They'll have damage mitigation from the offlaner. The cores are pretty much unkillable. It starts to feel really nice.
Yeah, they definitely have got some problems on Xtreme. Just trying to think of how they want to continue fight. So they have Blink. They have to play on some Blink, Skewer, RP into Torrent or Stone Gaze. But even then, I feel like you might get 1 kill. Maybe you get close to 2, but then you're running out of steam and you have to back off. So if they overcommit even after getting that 1 kill or 2, they're going to get team wiped. So they need to really know their limit. They're gonna look to contest this Roche, it looks like, which is a tough ask.
Yeah. They have vision that this is happening, given that they just got dewatered, so they saw the heroes in the area, but they still don't have a Blink dagger on this Lion. He has a 4-staff. The only Blink is on Magnus. And yeah, Blink RP is great, but you don't want to be fully committed to this one spell. They go in the Blink Skewer, find the Crystal Maiden first. She does die, but she does have buyback, so she can return into the fray. Lou jumping in, going on to JT. They want to try and find this Magnus. Magnus still trying to get off his RP. Timbersaw activates the Aghanim Scepter. Primal Roar was committed by Chalice. He's thinking about it, trying to find the right target here. They just bring down Paparazzi very easily.
Good RP.
The Primal Roar went into Illusions, and there's an RP onto all three heroes with a big amount of damage bouncing in, but it's not going to be enough.
Gale Force.
They just don't have enough. Gale Force is going to be there to hold Ghost in position. He's already triggered off the Stone Gaze. Will get pounced on and killed. DY is next on the chopping block. And honestly, Kez, I think this is GG. I don't see a way back in this game. They're going to lose Roche. They're going to start losing map control. But almost certainly, that's a fight that guarantees that they lose the game.
Yeah, this is a hard one. The one last thing you can maybe play for is your Medusa says, okay, I'm going to buy Divine. You guys are going to buy whatever you can to buff me up. We're going to play on Skewer into Divine Rapier. But I kind of agree with you that from this point onwards, your win percent is very, very low.
Yep. And we're starting to see, you know, we were talking about it and you were saying it's going to make a huge difference, it's going to help. FY has done more than help. This Focus Fire with this Diffusal Blade, man, Ghost just can't play Dota. She's not allowed to. Just has no mana ever.
Yeah, there's just like there's so much annoying stuff happening, right? Like it's two different heroes that have a Diffusal Burn. Slark, I'm pretty sure that Lou has the Death Shroud as well, which saved Chalice in the last fight. And there's Crimson Guards flying around. Then Somnus is chaining around with his like shield bomb that's just taking down, and you feel like in 5 seconds everything's gonna like hell's just gonna break loose and everyone's dead. And it's just really hard for them to dish out the damage that they want to.
It's only going to become more difficult. Slock trying to finish off an Eye of Skadi. Kaka, we see him now still very far away from his own blink. Magnus still fairly far away from just getting forced off. So it's not like he's buying a big item that's going to change how these fights go in general. We still need this Kunkka to do a lot better as well. Need more damage from the Medusa. We need Lion to have blink. We need also not also going to make a big difference is if DY can hit level 12. Like having level 2 Chain Frost could be so huge in these fights, but you're just not finding experience anywhere on this map.
Yeah, I mean, actually, the Chain Frost in the last fight was really big. On top of the RP, it's what even allowed, like what ended up killing Chalice as they're going behind. It's only the 2 stops so far, but that's good enough.
Speak of the devil, they find Kaka very easily on down bottom. In the mid lane, they roar up onto Paparazzi. He has now ended up his BKB charge, so he has no more protection. Lou on top of him, trying to bring him down. Ghost Ship will crash, giving him some Coco Rum and stunning up Lou, but it's still not going to be enough. He ends up dead to the slog. Lou now, wonderful pounds to find a DY as well. Should be able to bring down the slog and claim a double kill for the Fishman. 14-31, Xtreme Gaming. Don't you just go high ground here? Like, Timber is not going to die to the tier 3 tower, so don't you just use his body to tank it up and take the tier 3?
Yeah, I think so. Like, and honestly, with Timber being universal, he has like a lot more damage nowadays. He has 214 damage with a Beast Aura. So if you just ignore him and let him hit your tower, it's actually like, it's no joke. You know, the tower's going to be dead in like, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 seconds. So yeah, they can do exactly what you just said. And I don't think they're in any threat at all. But they want to chill. They want to just maybe go bottom. Okay, push that in. I mean, they're owning the whole map. I don't blame them if they want to continue to shut it down. But I do think that... How close was Somnus to Heart? Maybe we can click him one more time on the Timber. I feel like
far. He went for the Shiva and back for Shiva, so he's still fairly far.
Because I was like, oh, maybe he's closer that he wants to wait. I feel like he's unkillable, but they don't want to play into some skewer garbage, I guess. So, okay.
Besides, actually, we're forgetting something, brother. Not this is.
What are we forgetting?
They did this to them in game 1, so they're like, hey, how's it feel, boys?
Oh, they need to return the favor. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay. You can't leave the base, can't do anything, you can't fight us. You're losing all your wisdom runes, you're losing your tormentors. It's nice, huh? Fun Dota.
Yeah, how does it feel, assholes?
Yep.
Okay, so now we have more, we need all the displacement tools we can use. So we're going to use X-Mark into a skewer. Then we have the tidal wave from Kunkka to bring them even further in. Maybe if they're turning into the Radiant Fountain, we can also force staff them. This has got to be like Like, I'm not capping. That is the win condition for Radiant.
Okay, so here's what we do, right? We put a DY at the steps, right, on the edge of the base.
Yeah.
You start with that skewer, like you mentioned.
Yeah.
What we start with X into skewer, into the Force Staff, and then into Sinister Gaze to make sure he can't escape. And he
Yeah, I
stays
like
in the
it.
fountain.
I like it.
There we go.
We need like some trifecta of spells coming out here.
Well, honestly though, if they use all of those spells onto Somnus, I still don't think he dies. He's still...
If they get him, like if he gets hexed in between and like RP'd without being able to press any button, he will die in the fountain. If they get him all the way there. If they don't, he will live.
So no, he can't press buttons. He must have 0 reactive armor stacks.
Yeah.
They must get him like completely raw, then they can kill him. Right?
And in the fountain. Yeah.
And in the fountain. Yeah. Right.
That's easy. They killed... Did I just like not pay attention? How did they kill CM? Skewer back like this?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
JT, yeah, skewer back, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's only CM.
I mean,
be
at
back
least
soon.
he can get pretty far. Like, he got X in his base. He ended up on, like, the Watcher in the jungle. So, he has some good reach. I would want to buy Yules on someone if I'm in the Dire team. Like, maybe CM or Windranger. Like, they do... Because then you just instantly take away this play that they're doing. Or maybe hello? You say hello to Ghost?
They're just going to highlight the boy, say what's up.
Get a
jump
couple
on him.
stacks.
Going to be forced to pop the Stone Gaze. But here comes FY. If FY can find the Shackle Shot into the Focus Fire, this could be a big deal. Gale Force will start things off. And they go Shackle Shot. It will be BKB off by Paparazzi. Sadly, though, JT doesn't have such, but he does skewer onto the Defender Gate. That'll get him back inside his base safely. They did have to pop the Coco Rum Ghost as well as the Tidal Wave. They do all escape, though. That was... So let's think. That was a Ghost Ship, Tidal Wave, a BKB charge, Stone Gaze, Skewer. Not that many spots. That's fine.
And like 14 stacks for Slark. So yeah, like all of these small things, they're gonna add up pretty quick. I like what Azure Ray are doing. They're like, you know, playing it nicely, poking out some stuff, but eventually, or I think very soon, they can kind of like put their foot down and be like, all right, we've had enough of this. I want to kill someone, or I want to take your base. Because I don't think they need to wait for Roche. Or if they want to like play like this, I think they should buy a gem, take out all the vision on the map, and kill these rats on the map.
So a very nice play down bottom being pulled off by JT as he evaded the jump in coming in from the slog. The one good thing about the Xtreme Gaming lineup is, yes, they are not having a grand old time on the map in general. They're being pushed in, they're losing fights, but the Medusa is still keeping up in net worth. She just picked up a MKB, she has Chrysalis, she's got a Diffusal, Manta Falcon Blade of her own. If she is ever allowed, if we ever actually get an RP with also Ghost being there to dish out the damage, it's not insignificant. And she can actually put a real number onto these heroes and make them suffer on the Dire lineup if they're not careful.
Yeah, they need... I feel like they need one of two fights. They need either some chaotic stuff with like random skewers, or like you find this random moment where JT will just find a 2-man RP, you know, by chance, just because it happens in a moment, which, you know, it's not unlikely. And I do hope that Ghost will go for... He has a Silver Edge queued up, which, you know, I'm okay with. You already have the Chrysalis. But I want like some... I really want Silver Edge into like Rapier. I need something big. Because when your teammates find these opportunities, the enemies need to die. And that is your job as JT.
Should be fine.
Should be okay.
I don't think he dies here. Yeah, should be okay.
Oh.
FY got there just the last second.
Actually pretty close.
Not in time. Yeah.
But he did
now
get
they can
out.
take the Tormentor. Let's see, who doesn't have a shot just yet? So it's most likely going towards Lich or Lion. Who? Oh yeah, because they lost their first one, right? It got stolen away from them, I forgot.
Yeah, Lich or Lion. Yeah, Lich is pretty decent. As Paparazzi is also going for the water park. Very cool Aghanims. Big fan. Love seeing water fly around.
Does it remind you of Therme, bro?
It does. I had a hard time not using Therme Thursday just now, but I did try. Somnus has a heart. Good luck.
Okay. Also, don't you love how good Somnus still is? After all this time off, dude?
Yeah, it's actually... It's a... I don't know. It annoys me a little bit. Like, if I don't play, or like just now, I hadn't... Like, until the patch came out, I didn't play so much, because now the new patch is out. I've been playing a lot, and I definitely felt like quite rusty. But then I look at like Miracle or Somnus here, like, you know, these guys, they don't play for like, I don't know how long. Or they play way less for like half a year, 1 year. And they come back and they just go 20-0. And I'm like, yeah, fuck off. Like, how do you do it? You know, it's... I mean, it just shows how great they are.
In a pro game.
Yeah, it just really shows how good they are.
Right now, Somnus in the boy is trying to leverage how good he is into a victory in game 2 and force a decisive game 3. They do not want to suffer a loss just yet. Both of these teams have yet to have lost the series. But after game 1, that was Azure Ray's first loss of a game. Top lane, Kaka. You tried, buddy. You tried. We see what you're trying to do, but not going to work out this game.
Yeah.
They have vision control everywhere. Chalice, Peacemaster is going to be throwing hawks all over the show. Like, back when you were still on LGD, this was one of the things I thought Chalice was always the best at. Where and when to use the hawks to always leverage vision for his team.
They have also very good wards. It's like a similar story as last game as Lou is finding some good stuff. Sees DY, but also sees Ghost.
I mean, DY should be a fairly easy kill. The 4-star doesn't get him to the low ground, so that should lead into a death onto this Lich. He does utilize the new Ice Spire to bounce around the Chain Frost, but sadly, there's no counterplay option for the Shadow Dance. As the bouncer stop and the life of the Lich will end, they get a free kill down the bottom lane, and even more agi for the slog.
Yeah, they're just playing nice. Like, I mean, when you're up 24,000 gold, the game does tend to become quite easy. But once again, I want to point out the wards that they have, this aggressive one top and the one in the bottom jungle, just to like, because the only thing Xtreme can do is like try to scrape in any farm on the map, right? That's possible for you. And if you see them there, you can easily go for that. You also have the Hawks on top from Chalice. I would love to see him pick up a shard as well, because it lowers the cooldown on Hawks, so you make it even harder for Radiant. But for now, they're just doing all the things correctly. And to be fair, they should be. When you're up 25k gold, Dota tends to play itself.
Please come and spread that gospel to my pubs, Kezu, please. let my teammates know that games are unlosable from this perspective.
Yeah,
right
I mean,
now,
unless you really... you know, it depends a little bit. Yeah, this game for Xtreme is in a... I mean, I wouldn't want to be in this spot. Because they've got some... I mean, we've touched on it earlier. Their win condition is some Reddit, you know, some Reddit clip type of play.
And sadly, one of the heroes they need to pull off that Reddit play is the Magnus. And right now, he is just finding himself brought down. Primal roll out onto him. He is staying alive a little bit longer, and he will end up dead. Here we go, though. They find Tianmei with the Earth Spike and some damage.
Nice.
They finger him and bring him down, but it's going to cost the life of Kaka as well as DY. As they get cleaned up by the Slog with the Wind Ranger right behind. Ghost does have the Silver Edge, so we'll be able to utilize it to get back into the base. That being said, though, it was a close call. Lu thought about jumping deeper into these trees here. And this is rough here, Kezu. Yes, you're able to get these like individual pickoffs, but it's never free. It always comes with not just support kills, but core kills on top as well.
Yeah, and Slark just like ramping up the stacks as well, as now they're hunting Ghost a little bit, but he does have Silver Edge, so she should probably be fine. All right, Azure Ray, it's time to... I need to see them hit a building soon. My inner... I don't know, my inner demon is telling me it's time. I'm gonna get a little upset.
Bro, I told you. This is Tundra Dota, my friend. I'm not gonna hit buildings for another 20 minutes.
Now we got another BKB. This is good. Hit the tower once. Hit it once. Go on.
Nope.
No.
FY pops BKB to run away. FY sitting with 2 gems. Okay, like this is stylish, but come on, bro. Like, give the one away. Put on a courier or something.
You can't see enough with one. You need both. Don't worry. This is a new strat.
Do you get depth perception if you get the put both in, right? Okay, yes.
Okay, Somnus chaining in.
Somnus is the only one willing to go all in right now. He's like, guys, let's hit these buildings. Magnus will be there, skewering him back. He's close to the tier 4 towers. They break him as well. Let's see, can they kill Somnus under these conditions? He's not even at half HP. Pops the Aghanim Scepter, turning in the fray around. Paparazzi threw in the water park. JT threw in the RP. Somnus, he's inside the fountain. He's in the base, but he's still freaking alive. He pops the cheese as well. Timber chains out. They throw a primal roll onto the Medusa, and Ghost just ends up dead. There will be a very nice skewer on JT to drag back the Somnus, or the Slog rather, during his pounce. That will lead to a death, but he does have an Aegis. Just turns around, kills off said Magnus, going for this Kunkka as well. Won't be able to find him, but the rest of his team does. Both of these heroes do buy back. At the same time, Tianmei zoning him from being able to escape the fountain, utilizing this freezing field. Will
they
gets
got
skewered
him.
into the base by JT, and they do kill him.
Okay, now I'll ask you a
Tianming
question.
does die.
Do you think they were strong enough like 5 minutes ago to hit buildings or no? They just got like 12 men skewered and lived. Unlike everyone. It's hilarious. Oh, Lu, round 2, Gold Scepter.
All right, let's see what he's got. Lu has access to the
Double jump.
ultimate, gets himself out, has depth shot in 8 seconds, so even if they bring him back, he could still survive. Harpoons onto the Lion, but not enough damage to kill off Kaka just yet. They finally are going to be hitting the bottom lane of Rax.
Surely
We've seen
he will
this movie
die on
before,
Timber.
though.
Surely
they
he will
skewer
die.
him into the base, into the fountain, but Timber saw A-OK. They just jump in, depth shot on the slot to be able to kill off Kaka. They want
Guys, call
paparazzi
it,
as well.
please.
And Conker is going to die. Is he? He's still alive for now, but eventually he will fall once his BKB expires. And they chase down and kill JT. And Kezu, if you're dying in your own base, that's when you call it. GG, well played is called. Even the fountain can't save you because YBP are sending us. Not